Well, welcome back. The section we're going to cover now is the tab in your manual called Business Setup. And you want to make sure that you go through this section with your mentor because you're going to need some guidance and help with this. Everything that you need should be in the manual, but you'll have some questions on this one. Here's the section in the manual where you get to order your tools and your inventory and your supplies to actually get your business started. And this is very exciting because you are really getting set up to do business. And what you want to do is check off right here. First, view this section of the videotape before you actually get on the phone with your mentor and go through it. So view this, check it off, stop the video, check it off, and then get on the phone with your mentor. Now, the first thing you want to do is to order your inventory, your supplies, and your web package if you choose to do the business on the internet. You want to get some Herbalife products to put into your Herbalife store. What we've done in the manual is we've actually put together a few different suggested orders depending on what level of earnings that you want to start at. You know, we talked earlier that you can get some products for you to use yourself, but the best thing to do is to start at a higher earnings level, 35%, 42%, 1,000 volume point order, or here's a supervisor order for 4,000 volume points. And what we've done here is we've listed our hottest selling products, so we know that you're going to be able to sell these very, very quickly. So we've put together sample orders. These are suggested orders. You may want to try different things. You may go through personalize your program video and decide that you want to try some things for yourself and then order some programs to sell, the rest of the inventory and programs to sell. But these are just some suggestions that are already come out to the exactly the right amount. And what we've done here is we've shown the approximate cost to you. Remember, sales and sales tax may vary depending on what state you live in, but it's approximate, and then it shows your profit when you actually market the product. So compare and just use common sense when you're ordering these materials.
Okay, also at the same time, you want to be ordering your supplies too from Herbalife, because there are certain tools that we have that'll just, just basic things like product order forms, retail order forms, the product catalogs, some of the, customer, materials that'll help with their results with the product. All of that is on there. And you're also going to might be wanting to order some of the materials that's going to help with the mail order business. Like, we have this brochure with the weight loss. We have other types of brochures like this. Those are available for you. And in terms of enrolling distributors, you might want to get, a couple of the, distributor kits on hand, so that way you can get people signed up right away, get them going in your business. You're going to get some of the tools that we have for you. All this is easy. You can get this right from the company. Your mentor's going to go through with you exactly, what would be best in terms of your plan of action.
And don't forget that when you order some of these materials, you're going to be paying for them, but then you're going to be turning around and selling those to others, like the international business packs that John talked about. You'll be purchasing those with the video tapes and the audio tapes that go into that package, but then when you sell them, you recoup the money for that.
Exactly. So, once you're done with that, just go right here, place your order for your Herbalife products and supplies, check it off. All right, now, something that definitely can propel the business is the web package. And, just puts you right online, and now you can do business all over the country and really even all over the world via the internet, okay? And we have made this so easy to do. You have the 4 websites. First of all, you have the Q site. That stands for questionnaire site. All right, and this is where, and you can actually, to see that questionnaire site, you can go to the internet, or in the back of your manual here, we actually just, downloaded some of the pages to give you an example of the questionnaires that a customer or a prospective customer will just fill in the spaces. And what's terrific about this, you get all this information about, how much a person wants to lose, when do they normally eat, what's the best time to call them, how tall are they, how much do they actually weigh. Then you turn the page here, and there are more questions there. You're finding out, more specifics about why do they want to take off the weight. What have they tried before? Do you have a specific reason, you know, or date that you want to get the weight off? Now, this is interesting, too. How many meals do you eat per day, and how much do you spend per day on food? And so now when we're going back and showing people how they're replacing a couple meals on the product, saving money on the food bill, it's unbelievable how easy it is to market the product.
You know, this website is just magical because what we do is we advertise for our weight loss products. We put the website, the domain name in the advertisement. They go to that website. They're given some information about weight loss, myths about weight loss, you know, any kind of articles about weight loss, and then they fill out this form, submit it, and what you as a distributor get is all this information that John just talked about. So when you call them back, you already know how much weight they want to lose, any kind of price objections that they might have, which, you know, when they realize how much money they're saving on food when they're purchasing the products. It's so easy to market the products when you have this questionnaire already filled out. So I love this site. It's truly magical.
Okay. Then you have the catalog site here, and this is where you actually have a catalog online. So, you know, instead of having to, you know, let's say somebody says, well, could you send me a little, you know, brochure with a product catalog? Instead of having to send this, you send them right to the internet. And again, now this is a rather large site because, you know, they have all the products there, but what's cool, you have the ability for people just to go shopping online. They go in and, you know, they can pick, like, here's our ultimate weight control program. They can pick, you know, different flavors here. All they do is click it, add to the cart. It goes right into their shopping cart online. And in the end, when they're done, they say, okay, we're done. Click it. Bam. The order is done, sent to you on email. You wake up, check the email. There's the order. It's terrific.
That's great. And you know, the other thing that this website has on it is some before and after pictures of people that may have had weight to lose in categories, so that if you're talking to somebody that needs to lose 50 pounds, you have them click onto the 50-pound weight loss story, and they see that before and after picture, and then they know that they too can get results like that on our program.
Okay. Next site, a lot of you may have already experienced this, the recruiting site. All right, and this is where, again, you have your advertising going. You can send somebody there that you know or meet any different way. We're going to help you with that also. They go to the website, and they get immediate information about the opportunity. We're giving you an example again. And sometimes, by the way, the sites are going to change a bit. You're going to see, you know, a different look here or there. But, you know, basically the concept will stay the same. People come out of the site and they decide to get a package. They can get it online. They can get the package offline. But it really is such an accelerator to your recruiting. I'm telling you, and what's cool is that this is so easy to make recruiting happen all over the country and, again, all over the world. All right? So you get that. And then finally, we have a training site for you. And this is where, you know, you want to get the latest information. You know, a lot of times we do conference calls on the telephone. We have the ability to put that call right online. So you go in, click it, because maybe you missed the call, you want to hear it again. Bam, you click it, you get to hear the call. Maybe there was a TV show, okay? Again, we have the ability to put online a video, the shows. You have all the tools that you need right online. We're going to update that for you all the time so you have the most current information. Internet Central, again, refining what we have on the Internet, teaching you how to do what exactly you're supposed to do on the net. All the letters, all the forms, everything is on there. The operations manual is online, okay? And then we have a section there called News and Promotions. This is where we're going to be able to put on there stories about customers, distributors' ideas, events happening. We're going to be sharing a lot of that information within Success Connection, even other organizations around the world. It's going to be a really great tool to keep everybody very current. Do this with your mentor. When it's all done, you check it off. So what I suggest you do right now, if you haven't yet talked to your mentor about this, get them on the phone. Make sure that you've got all of that done. And if you haven't got it done yet, you want to stop the tape right now, get that done, and then we'll see you very shortly.
Welcome back. Okay, we're still in the business setup section of the manual here, and what we're going to talk about now is before you set up your plan of action session with your mentor, there's a few steps that you want to take that are here in the manual, and you're going to want to check this off as you go along. The first step is to identify and set up the workspace in your home that you're going to be doing your business from. And this is really important. You want to have a place that's kind of set aside for you to do business. And I'll tell you, when I started, I had a very small apartment, and I had my little corner of my dining room table that I did my business. My linen closet was where I put my supplies and my products. That's where I put everything. And that, for me, that's what it was. For you, you might have a spare bedroom. You might have a corner in your bedroom that you want to do the business. The important thing is that you set aside a little space and get it organized. Okay, the next thing is to set up your business phone. Now, what we want to do is, you may not have a separate phone line. Ideally, you would have your home phone and then your business line that's set up just to take calls on your business. But if you can't do that to start with, if you have to use your home line, what we would suggest is to set up a generic voicemail, so it's not like, "Hi, this is Leslie, Tristan, Dorian, and Brooke. How are you today?" You set up something that's got, a very generic business. "Hello, you've called blah, 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 such and such number. We're happy that you called. Please leave a name, phone number, and we'll call you back as soon as we get the message." Just something very generic like that.
Now, also, in terms of this, we do have a section in this part that specifically is going to give you more ideas about setting up a phone system. And really, my phone system was my telephone at the beginning, okay? But for some of you, if you have the ability to do it, both in terms of how many lines can be in the home, or you want to have even, you can have fax lines nowadays, lines for your computer. Again, you can work off one phone line, no problem, okay? On the other side, you could set up separate lines. I mean, you'll get to points with the voicemails, and this is the beauty of the voicemails again, is that you don't need to have quite as many phone lines as before voicemails were so prevalent, okay? But we're going to give you a great idea about how to take advantage of that. Go through this again with your mentor so they can really help you establish what's appropriate for you, okay? And then when you're done with that, pretty simple thing to do again. You go back to the beginning of the section here, business setup checklist. Okay, you got your workspace set up, check it off. You have the phone system set up, check it off. Okay? Next thing, now this is something that, so many people know you have to stay organized, again, within the home, but even personally. And you want to get yourself a planner. And we don't recommend anything in particular. If you work with one already, this is just a day timer. So you can keep your appointments in order. Because let me tell you something. As you start building the business, you're going to get busy. You start making more and more money. You get clients going, distributors going. You want to be able to be as organized as you can. So you call back, because the key is communication. Calling back those customers, calling back the distributors so you can help them with, the follow-up. When when it's time to do, let's say, a mentoring session, either for you personally or you to do it with somebody else. Pretty simple deal. Go out there. You can go to any kind of an office store and find that. When you finally get that, check it off.
Exactly. And the last thing you want to do when you're in business is to be flaky. You don't want to tell somebody that you'll call them on such and such a day at such and such a time and miss that phone call. That is not good business. You want to be dependable, and if they know that they can depend on you, you will get a lot more business that way. I can't tell you how much business I capture because we give good service.
Okay. Next thing on your list, purchase suggested general office and shipping supplies. Okay? Now, to help you with that, we do have a little checklist here. Surprise, surprise. But this is something that really, I had never been in business. I was a musician, okay? And, it really helps to have certain things on hand. Of course, your planner here, some greeting card envelopes, a glue stick, little things you can just stick things on, you might want to put a message here and there, labels, little pocket folders, photocopies of the first and second package documents. So we give you a list here. Also, a lot of the materials that you're going to be taking advantage of, you can get right from the post office for free. okay? You can get, these cardboard boxes, some mailing tape, priority envelopes, etc., etc., etc. But it's something, again, you want to go through this with your mentor. They're going to know what your plan is, and they'll know the appropriate amount, too. Okay?
Yeah. You might want to get some self-inking stamps that you've
yes.
got your return phone number and address on. I'll tell you, here's a little business tip. These self-inking stamps are something that you're going to want to put all over the materials that you purchase to use in the business. The other thing is these little labels. You can get them very inexpensively with your name, address, and phone number on them. And I'll tell you, we put these stickers everywhere. Whenever we market a product, we put one of these labels on every single product because we've gotten a lot of business from people. Whenever you send anything out, you always have your name, address, phone number, website, whatever, all over it because you get so much business that way. I can't tell you how many times I've had people call me and say, yeah, I'm at my friend's house and she's got some Herbalife products and your label's on it. I wanted to order some too. If I hadn't put that label on, they may not have been able to find my phone number. So labels and stamps are really important for you in your business.
Spoke about self-inking stamps, the next step here. And again, we give you a little listing of what phone numbers you want to have on there, the retail voicemail number, the decision package, your personal direct business line, a return address stamp, anything like this. You can just go to, different print shops, etc. Very simple to do, very handy, okay? When you're done, check it off. Next step here. Now, remember, this is before your plan of action session, all right? So what you want to do before you do that next step in the book here is you want to review the retail and recruiting sections of this manual. We have sections in here. You'll see the tabs with recruiting, with the retail. Very complete. I mean, we give you all the information. We give you menus of how, different ways to go out and recruit. Menus of different ways about how to go out, get the retail going for you, okay? Inside of there are scripts, there are flyers, there are ads, there are, everything you need to really, get you set up for both the retail, recruiting. We're not going to go through this now, but you want to definitely go through this because in your plan of action session, we're going to set up that specific plan. This will get you a lot further along so you know what the options are. Okay, so you do that, review it, check it off. Next step. Begin your prospect list. In other words, who do you know? And right in your Herbalife manual, it has a helpful list in there. That list, because it just kind of, helps your memory. It has a list of like your accountant, who cleans your clothes, the bookkeeper, where do you get your gas. It's like this. So many times, throughout the day, we actually do, talk to a lot of different people, and often, by the way, you're paying people for a good, a service. Well, heck, if you're dealing with them all the time, you're paying them money. It's an opportunity to talk to them about what you're doing with your new business, new opportunity, okay? Mm-hmm. So you definitely want to make that prospect list. So this way you can mail out the little booklet to them or hand it to them. You say, oh, yeah, I better bring the booklets along. Want to hand it to them. Maybe you want to give somebody a free sample or your new flyer, your new business card. It's things you do anyway, people that you talk with anyway, all right? And really, you want to talk to the people that you come into contact with before somebody else does, okay?
And one of the things that I always tell people to do is to let everyone that you know, that you come in contact with, know that you're starting in a new business. This is what we call our grand opening, because chances are the Herbalife name is out there in such a positive way that if people know that you are marketing the products now, then when they want to try Herbalife products, they will think of you.
Plus, an important lesson that I learned the hard way. Do not prejudge anybody you're going to put on this prospect list. Don't say, well, I don't think I'll put them down. I don't think they're going to be interested in, losing weight or being healthy or making extra money. I have lost, I'm not going to get into the stories now, I have lost millions of dollars because I prejudged some people, thought they would never be interested, who went out, pick one of them in particular, got started because he saw somebody with the lose weight now button on, and went out to become one of the top distributors in the world. It's cost me a fortune, okay? Don't do it.
I have my own stories, believe me. What I figured out is, I didn't want to, talk to my friends or family about the business. I didn't want to be pushy and that type of thing. But here's what happened. People that I knew, I found out they were in the business under somebody else because I didn't want to, to push them. I was shy about talking to them. Here's what I decided is, I'm not going to be the one that decides whether they get in the business or not. I'll tell them about it. If they want to do it, great. If not, no problem. Let them decide if they want to do it or not.
Exactly. So make up your prospect list before you do the plan of action session. Check it off. Then you want to complete the goal setting sheets in this section. Fax a copy to your sponsor before you do the plan of action. That what we're talking about is right here. And you know what? If this isn't enough room, no problem. Get a separate piece of paper. There is magic in writing down your goals and taking the time to think about what is it you really want. And we, kind of help you with that. And it's both things, cars, a new place to live, to certain goals you might have. Maybe you want to help, your children go to a better school. You want a better apartment or home. Help somebody in your family, a charity. Maybe you just want to go party your brains out, go to the Bahamas or something, okay? Write it all down. And one way to organize it, besides what you see on here, and we do help you here in terms of time, because we also have goals for you in terms of how much money do you want to earn in 30 days, 90 days, 6 months. Do your best. Just open up the boxes, they say, and start thinking ahead and start dreaming again. Because Herbalife absolutely can help you get to your dreams. And it's interesting. The more specific you are on your goal as you write it down, like don't just say I want a new car. Get into it, okay? I want a new BMW 325i black, tan interior. You should be able to smell the leather as you write it down, okay? And because the more specific you are, the quicker you become the person that it takes to achieve the goal, okay? So take the time for this, fax it to your sponsor, because that will help them to develop a plan of action for you.
I'll give you an example of why this is important. It says, what's your income goal? 30 days. Well, I had to make $2,000 in 2 weeks. Knowing that, I said, I told my sponsor that was my goal, and he said, okay, this is what you're going to have to do to reach that goal in 2 weeks. Told me exactly how many programs I would need to sell, and guess what? That made a major difference in helping me to achieve that goal. I would have never known, being new in the business, what I would have to do specifically to reach that 2-week goal.
Okay, then you want to read the next section, plan of action, before you set up your Excel session. Do it with your sponsor. When you do that, check it off. And finally, call your sponsor to schedule your plan of action session. All right? Now, of course, you're going to do everything else first. You want to get that done because that builds towards the next section in the manual. And by the way, this first 2 sections here, some of you it might only take 2-3 days, maybe 4. Some of you maybe 6-7 days. No problem, but you should expect to get this first 2 things done, first 2 parts of the manual done, at least at minimally 7 to 10 days, minimally. A lot of you can get it done even faster. It just depends upon your personal goals. Okay, so get this done. When you're totally complete, call the sponsor. If you haven't done it yet, stop the tape right now, finish off the section, and we'll see you shortly.